Hello, Islam. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to give it a few minutes for everyone to come in. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Islam.
Hello, Islam. Good morning, Sister Jacksonville. Islam, good morning.
Grand Rising, Islamism.
Grand Rising. Islamism, Amia. So, Gracie's Corner came out with a new song this morning. I wanted to play that for the children.
Oh, you guys ready to graduate?
Good morning, good morning. We're gonna give it some time, get everybody in, everybody get into it. Islam, let me load it up right now.
Recording in progress.
It was Gracie's Corner. Some more people. Islam, welcome, welcome. I'm just allowing everybody to catch up, get on in here, and then we'll get going. Should we start the singing part?
Do you want to? Or is that first?
Okay. All right, Mia. Sister Mia Ward. I don't know if she's a babe or L yet. Let's see.
I don't think she decided.
But we're gonna do the singing bowl for us. We're gonna clear the ethers at this time. As everyone is coming on in, good morning. Nice to see you all. Good morning. We're gonna talk about being a Moorish American today. That is our topic. What does it mean to be a Moorish American? Okay, and why are we Moorish Americans? Okay, come on in, Islam. So, Mia, you can start at any time.
Okay.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
Islam. Islam.
Thank you, Mia.
Okay, Mia, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Islam, welcome everybody who's joining our Sunday school. This is Sunday school for the children, and by children we mean people who are new to Moorish science. We want to understand who we are, and we take it from a basic perspective, you know, just to get everybody to understand, like a new member's perspective. So Islam to everybody. I welcome our brother Adam Zell.
My sister Aleida Lopez Bay.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Guayaba and cheese.
Oh,
No?
I'm cool.
Okay, I
Thank you.
Thank you. You gotta love my mother-in-law. She's beautiful.
She's here today. Yay.
She got JL for us, so it'll be a little more quiet today. So it's nice. Should we go ahead and pray before we do the children's song? Okay, so we're gonna pray in at this moment. Islam, welcome everybody. We're gonna do 2 fingers up on our right hand, 5 fingers up on our left hand. And to reiterate again, the what I'm reciting is the Moorish American prayer. It is located in the Quran Questions for Moorish Children or Moorish Americans. It is incorrectly called the 101 for some reason. I don't know why, but you can find this prayer in the Quran Questions for Moorish Americans, and it is imperative that we memorize this prayer and utilize it every day, every morning. What it does is it puts you under a state of protection, and it clears the ethers of any negative energy, and it keeps you safe, and it also opens your mind to the inspirations of Allah. So this is the meaning of the prayer, the need for it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and please memorize this prayer, everyone. Okay, so 2 fingers up, 5 on the left, and please repeat after me the Moorish American prayer. Usually we have to face the east, but for these purposes, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, is C3 up? No, okay. Allah,
Allah,
the Father of the universe,
the Father of the universe,
the Father of love,
the Father of love,
truth,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice. Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Ameen. Islam. So welcome. Good morning. Did you have any announcements before we begin or anything?
No, just for the children. Today is in America. We are in America. Halloween. We're going to talk about that a little bit and how it relates to us as Muslims. A little bit later after we get everything done. So yeah, I'm in my lab coat and I have my stethoscope on, just for the children. Not saying that we necessarily celebrate Halloween, because we don't. As a family, we just try to do something. Sometimes we go to the garden or just.
And we're gonna talk about what it is. What is Halloween? Most people don't even know what it is.
Right, but we're here in America and stuff are kind of forced on people. You go to the store, it's decorated, it's stuff everywhere. The children, sometimes they're upset because we're not spending money on candy and getting dressed and things like that. But we allow the kids to dress up if they want to. Sometimes they're characters out of a book or things like that. They create their own Halloween costumes sometimes and stuff like that. This is a lab coat that I wore when I was in school. In order to get into my class, I had to wear this lab coat. And this is a stethoscope that I can use for work or, whatever. And so I just put it on. And
it looks wonderful.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and play the kids song for today. It is again by Gracie's Corner. We always want to shout her out. And let me share my screen. They have a new song. It's a color song. Okay. Oh, somebody's coming in. A few people coming in. I'm going to let those people in. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And then this one's coming in. Here we go. Precious.
Gracie's Corner. Hey, let's teach my baby sister the colors.
And before we begin, I want you to pay attention to, again, these are melanated people, our people. They're representing us on YouTube in a positive way, right? It's very loving, very family oriented. And it's also teaching our children just basics, colors, numbers. And the animation is beautiful also. So this brother is making children's music and it's animated, it's beautiful. And I just want to highlight that. And I want you to pay attention to the hard work that's put in behind this.
Yeah. The colors, the colors, the colors. Yeah. The colors, the colors, the colors. I love the colors. I love the colors of the world. Colors, the colors, the colors. I love the colors. I love the colors of the world. The colors, the colors, the colors. I love the colors. I love the colors of the world. Colors, the colors, the colors. I love the colors. I love the colors of the world. Red, red like a rose. Red like an apple in the tree. Blue, blue like a berry. Blue like the sky. Blue like the deep blue sea. Green, green like the grass. Green like a frog sitting on a big green leaf. White, white like a dove. White like the clouds floating peacefully. Yellow, yellow like the sun. Yellow like a lemon in lemonade. Orange, orange like a sunset. Orange like the juice squeezed and freshly made. Black, black like a panther. Yellow and black, just like a bee. There's so many colors, but black is beautiful to me. Brown, brown like chocolate. Ooh, brown like a bear. Pink, pink like bubble gum. Pink like the bow in my hair. Purple, purple like lavender. Ooh, smells so sweet. Purple like a plum. Purple like the grapes that I eat. Gray, gray like an elephant. Gray like a rock. We learned all the colors, so the fun will never ever stop.
Did he say
Hey,
that?
hey, the colors, the colors, the colors. I love the colors. I love the colors of the world. Colors, the colors.
And you know, it's very important to teach our
I love
children
the colors.
colors,
I
right?
love the colors of the world. The colors, the colors.
Unfortunately, we live in a time where no matter how much we learn, how old we are, how much schooling we've done, there's still people out here who believe they're Black. I know it's a fascinating concept, but it becomes imperative to teach our children the colors, right? So that when you approach them later when in their maturity and you ask them, why do you call yourself Black? In their mind, they'll begin to register the understanding of various colors. Okay, I know yellow, I know blue, I know green, I know brown. So then you say, look at your skin. Look, what color is that? You'll say, oh, it's brown. And without the manipulations of society, they'll begin to understand, wait, Mr. Adams, you're right. It's impossible for me to be a Black person. What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Mr. Adams. There are no white people. I'm not inferior to no one. What is a white person? White? How can you be white? What's wrong with you? I want our children to have that mindset. What's wrong with you? Why do you call yourself white? You're European. Silly, silly white man. But unfortunately, our people grow up scared of that white man. The white man is holding me back. And because I'm Black, I can't do this. But a simple understanding of the colors will open their minds to so much truth and knowledge. That's what it did to me. Because I understood my colors, I woke up a little bit, said, hold on, I have to question this narrative. it is impossible for me to be Black. I'm sorry, that's what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to teach our children the colors, man, the
Yes.
colors. I feel like that's the basic understanding that you can get to wake your brother up. Just the colors.
And just to add to that, I was doing sign language. I haven't done sign language in a few years, so I'm not too fluent with it, but I do know a little sign language. I took it in school a few years ago. And what's interesting is, right, Black is this, right? The color of an eyebrow. This is Black in sign language. White is this, the color of like the bosom. And brown is this, right? And to me, it's like, oh, that's crazy. So obviously in sign language, they kind of know, like, hold on, brown is the letter B and the slide of the skin. And that's like, because the ancient people, our people that was originally here first, their color of their skin is brown, right? Brown. And that makes so much sense to me.
Right.
It's like, oh, wow, no wonder. I'm just thinking about this right now. I learned sign language maybe, it's been a while. It's been years. So I was doing the color sign language for my daughter because I'm trying to teach her, you know, multiple languages at once. And I thought about it. I said, oh, wait, this is brown, this is Black, this is white. And it kind of makes sense because the original people, you know, their skin tone is brown. And I just want to share that with you guys. And then just growing up, you know, they kind of put the narrative on our people, right? The Black, that they're Black. And then they give the Hispanic and the Latino people the brown, but we're all the same people. Actually, our skin is just different shades of olive.
Right.
You know, you can't be Black. That's not a color of a skin tone. It's not. It just doesn't exist. It's not even a race. It's just a political term.
And it all stems from understanding, getting our children to understand their colors. Therefore, they will not be defeated. This information here is information that will sit a PhD down.
Yes.
A rocket scientist, NASA. I see y'all on Mars. I see y'all with your rovers and the helicopters. But you still think people are Black, though. What's going on here? You don't know the basic. This is basics, like colors, okay? Y'all on NASA, but you're still calling people Black History Month.
The first Black astronaut.
The first Black president. What are we talking about here?
That's not the color of your skin. And it's sad that even when we talk to a lot of elders, right, we'll say, why do you call yourself Black? Look at your skin. What color is it? And they'll deliberately say, it's Black. And we'll be like, are you sure? Look at it again. Did you go to school? Do you know your colors? Is that really the color of your skin?
UCLA. I like to say doctor because a doctor has put in years of intense study to obtain this prestigious degree. So much work to be a doctor. And even on that level, they haven't cracked the understanding of there are no white people.
This is white. No one's walking around with that type of skin, right? No one.
So let's go ahead and talk about it. I wanted to go into the Quran questions for Moorish Americans. This is basically a history book of the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is our history book. It's very small. It looks small, right? But looks can be deceiving, and this is why the prophet does it to keep the real ones here. He'll throw obstacles in your way just to test your faith. You know, he'll throw monsters in front of you just to see if you're real with this. You know what I'm saying? He'll put Satan himself in front of you to try to knock you off the path. But you know, the real ones will be here and they'll understand and they'll feel. Sometimes Jesus said, he said in the Bible, my people will know my voice. They'll know. If you understand what the prophet is saying, you're one of the people who hears his voice. You understand. You can't get knocked off the path by a hater, by someone trying to be evil or vindictive, right? It doesn't matter. You know the truth. So let's go into this Quran questions for Moorish Americans, because this is our history book. This is how you get a basic understanding of what it means to be a Moorish American. People are joining the temple and getting their identification, and that's wonderful. But what are you really getting? You know what I'm saying? It's very important to understand what you're joining.
Mhm.
What is this?
Right.
But in this temple, we want you to understand. We care about your understanding first. It's very important. Before you get this mighty degree, you have to understand how to add and subtract. You know, we find that out with this here. This is our history book. It's called The Quran Questions for Moorish Americans. So we're going to open that. I hope everyone has that. If not, our secretaries and our grand governor has them, and they'll definitely email them to you or they'll mail them to you. Okay. So I'm going to read maybe the first and second page. A few things. I like to hop around. Jesus began to teach at 12. He was a master at 12 years old. So we can approach this as a college class. Sometimes we have to jump around to get our point. So our point today is, what does it mean to be a Moorish American? You know, what is that? What is a Moorish American, right? So it says here, if I jump to, where was Noble Drew Ali born? And it is key 11, right? It says, where was Noble Drew Ali born? Okay. In the state of North Carolina, 1886, right? What is his nationality? And the answer is Moorish American, right? But what does that mean? Then it says, what is your nationality? Moorish American, right? Then it says 14, why are we Moorish Americans? Okay, the answer is, so if someone approaches you and say, what is your nationality? You say, Moorish American. Moorish American, what is that? What's a Moorish American? I've never heard of it before. This is what they're gonna tell you.
Mhm.
I've never heard of it. Oh, or the liars say, oh, right? And then what is it? Why are we Moorish Americans? This is the answer. Because we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. And born in America. Now, what is America? Are we talking about the United States of America or America, right?
Mhm.
We're descendants of Moroccans and born in America. I like to show you what America is.
Also, before even America, Moroccans, right? A lot of people
Ooh.
want to go to Morocco and Africa, and they put that there to confuse you. We're talking about the empire. We're not talking about the Morocco and Africa. Even Moorish Americans believe, you know, they're talking about Morocco and Africa. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Moroccan Empire. It's the empire. That means they ruled, you know, great land masses. So not the country in Morocco. That's not what we're talking about.
No, we're going to get that too. So it says, we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Let's tackle America first. We're born in America. Where's America?
All of that green part.
So all of this is America.
All of this green part. Those islands. You see those islands?
Oh yeah, right there.
Jamaica, Barbados.
Hold on, that one.
Yep,
America.
Haiti.
Oh, hold on. That's
America.
That's cute.
You see Cuba.
I thought it was. Wait a minute.
South America, Central America.
Shut up. So if I was born in any of them,
yes,
I'm born in America.
Yeah, you're a Moorish American.
If I know I'm a descendant of a Moroccan and born in America, it's not just talking about right here.
No.
We said America.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just get that straight. We're talking about the Americas. America. Now let's real quick. Islam. Moorish American, right? So we have many types of Americans. There's many states of America. There's many United States. We have the Argentinian Americans, right? Yeah. Because Argentina is part of America. So then we have the Barbados Americans. Then we have the Belizean Americans, the Bermuda Americans, the Bolivian Americans. Where's the Black Americans?
It don't exist.
I don't see it.
You're not gonna see it.
the Turk Americans, the Trinidadian, what did it say? It says countries and territories in the Americas.
You don't see black nowhere.
Okay.
Ecuador, El Salvador.
So to be a Moorish American, right? We're saying we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. We've identified where America is.
Right.
So all of that.
Right.
North and South. Okay. Now let's tackle the Moroccan part, because a lot of people seem to believe we're speaking of the Morocco in Africa. Unfortunately, they're lost. But this is why they come here, to get a foundation and an understanding. So Moroccans, what do we mean? Let's go to key. Let's go to key 30. It is on the next page. It says, what was the nationality of Ruth? Right? Ruth was a Moabitess. What is the modern name for the Moabites? The answer is Moroccans. So there, the prophet is showing us we can interchange the word Moroccan for Moabite. So now let's do that. Let's go back to key 14. Now it says, why are we Moorish Americans? Because we are descendants of Moabites and born in America. Could we do that? Do we have that understanding? We are descendants of Moabites and born in America. This is what makes us Moorish Americans, just off the bat. Now, if anyone says, it's because I said so, who's going to challenge you on your descent nature? No one. No one can change you from your descent nature unless their powers extend beyond the great creator, Allah himself. So if I told you I'm a descendant of a Moroccan and born in America, that's what I am. This is not a pretend thing. We're not playing any games. We are descendants. Now, let's talk about these Moabites. Let's talk about Ruth. What was the nationality of Ruth? Why is Ruth so important here? Who is this Ruth person? Can we talk about her? Ruth. It says, what was the nationality of Ruth? Again, we are talking about what it means to be a Moorish American. What is a Moorish American? First, we've talked about where America is. It is North and South, North America and South America. These are two continents. They're conjoined in one. So that's all of America. Now, the Moroccan part is that the modern name for the Moabites is Moroccan. So we can interchange the word Moroccan for Moabites, right? So that means we are descendants of Moabites and born in America. So all Moorish Americans, when you get your identification and you change your name, you are telling the judge, I just want to put it on record, that I am a descendant of the Moabites and I have been born in America, North and South. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's what we're telling the judge. This is what you're putting on record. Okay, now let's talk about this Ruth person, because Ruth is very important. 27, will you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came? Okay, it says, some of the great fathers through which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz by Ruth, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, and Joseph by Mary. Then it says, what was the nationality of Ruth? Uh-oh. Why is this? So this woman, Ruth, has been mentioned twice in two questions. So obviously this woman becomes very important to us, but a lot of Moorish Americans don't really put the spotlight on who Ruth is. Ruth was a Moabitess, okay? Ruth is the person who placed that Moabite blood into our genealogy. So it becomes very important if we are descendants of the Moabites, right? Since we are descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwest and the southwestern shores of Africa, it becomes important to see who founded this Moabite part of us, right? And then it said it's Ruth. So let's go ahead and talk about Ruth at this point. Let's just get some general information. We're gonna do it from here, Wikipedia. Let's just see what people have agreed Ruth is. Let's see, Ruth. Here we go, biblical figure. Okay. And okay, obviously this is not what Ruth looks like. Okay.
But at least they have a turban on there.
Right. But whoever controls the book can control the pictures of the book, right? Until we have our own, we're gonna have to roll with what's being presented with us. But at least some of the information is true. Ruth is the person after whom the book of Ruth is named from the Bible. She was a Moabite woman who married an Israelite. Okay, married an Israelite, Israel, that's the Jew. So she also was a Jew. Okay, after the death of all the male members of her family, husband, right? She stays with her mother-in-law, Naomi. She was a wonderful person. But this is an important part. She was a Moabite woman. Okay. Now we go down. I want you to see this now. According to the Ruth Rabbah, Ruth was Orpah's sister, and the two were daughters of Eglon, the king of Moab. So again, we're talking about Ruth here, right? Ruth was a Moabite woman who married an Israelite, okay? Boaz, the Israelite, the Jews. So we got Ruth, the Moabite woman. She had a sister, right? Her sister's name was Orpah. And both were daughters of Eglon, the king of Moab. So if they were the daughters of a king, what does that make Ruth and her sister? Princesses, right? Okay, they were the daughters of the king. And according to the same text, their father was son of Balak. Yes. And Balak was also a king of Moab back in the day. So this bloodline that Ruth is in, this is not just Ruth, this is Ruth the princess. So Ruth was a princess Moabitess. She was the princess of the Moabites. This is not just Ruth was a Moabite, but Ruth was a Moabite princess. Okay, she was pretty much the head of the Moabites at this point. She was in the royal bloodline. Okay. Then it says, oh, also I wanted to show you this, which is interesting. Now, just to see, we have Ruth, right? Ruth and her sister are daughters of the king, right? Which makes them princesses. So who is Ruth's sister? Ruth's sister's name is Orpah, right? I want you to see who Orpah is connected to, which is very interesting as well. This is just watching Orpah, okay, is a woman mentioned in the book of Ruth, Hebrew Bible. She was from Moab. It was daughter-in-law of Naomi and the wife of Chilion. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Orpah is identified with her, the mother of 4 Philistine giants, one of whom was Goliath. So that means Goliath was a Moabite too. Oh my God. So Goliath was a Moabite too. So many Moabites. This is why we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. And these are powerful beings here in America. These were not only just Ruth, but she was the princess of the Moabites. She added that royal ancestry into our bloodline. All of the top heads know this. Everybody knows this. They know who the Moabites are. It's just up to the Moabites to know who the Moabites are, right? Then it says, where is the Moroccan Empire, right? Northwest of Mexico. Now remember, and again, the prophet was a linguistic genius, right? So you kind of got to put the puzzle together. Where is the Moroccan Empire? Now remember, the modern name for the Moabites is Moroccan. So we can interchange Moroccan for Moabite. And it says, where is the Moabite Empire located? And it says, northwest of Mexico. Right? What is the modern name for Amexem, which is here? We know Amexem is North America, right? And it says, what is the modern name for Amexem? Africa. So the modern name for Amexem is Africa, which means over here. This is Northwest Africa. It sounds crazy. It sounds like off the wall, but this is why we're so powerful. This is why the judge is agreeing to what we are saying, because according to their laws and jurisdictions, we are the ancient Moabites, and we're just putting it on record. We are leaving their jurisdiction and correcting our status in law. How powerful is that? How amazing is that? Just by understanding of who Ruth is, and just by understanding of who you are as a Moroccan, it becomes amazing. The truth is stranger than fiction, right? But this is the truth. And our genius prophet came to give us these lessons. So that's just a basic understanding. That's the history lesson for today. I want you to understand that by being a Moorish American, you are saying that you are a descendant of the Moabite Empire, which is located here in America right now. Islam to the Sis Gilchrist Bay. What we're talking about now is why Moorish Americans. We are talking about what makes us Moorish Americans. And we came under the understanding that when someone asks you, why do you have that turban on? Why do you have that keffiyeh on? What is this? Why do you have that mask on? What is this thing? Why do you have that headdress on? You can simply tell them, because I'm a descendant of a Moabite and born in America. Or you can tell them, I'm a descendant of a Moroccan and born in America. But you can hear them on the adab level. I'm a descendant of a Moabite and born in America. You didn't know? This is what we do. This is my ancient headdress. I'm indigenous. Come on, Judge, hurry up. Get my status together. I'm that one, Ruth. You know what it is. You know Ruth. That's that Moabite princess. Oh, she's in my bloodline. She's the reason why I'm a descendant of a Moabite, born in America.
And just to put this out there, once you do correct us, just even once you proclaim, right? Once you decide this is, my truth, right? And you proclaim your nationality just within our temple, or in any temple, right? But we're going to say for our sake, our temple, right? The ethers that get up on you are different, okay? You're protected, by truth, by your ancestors, by your truth, okay?
Yes.
And also, once you go and correct your status, right? Once you do everything you're supposed to do, go to the courts, the judge gives you that stamp. It gives you a better, not just understanding, but like, it gives you like a boost of like, what word do I want to use? Confidence. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Okay. It gives you like a boost of confidence, of who you really are, because these people, these judges, right? They studied years and years and years and years of law, and they can't just, agree to just anybody, right? Like say you a felon or something like that, right? They're not going to agree to change your name because you're still one of their slaves. You still have to correct the status within them, because to them, you have broken their laws. You did something wrong, right?
Just to them.
On their terms. and they kind of got you because you know you wasn't woke, you weren't in your corrective status, so they can do what they want. You're their slave still. So in order to even correct your status, to get your name changed, right, you have to be corrected with them. You can't be a criminal or an ex-felon or anything like that, probation, parole. You can't have that on you because those ethers are still on you.
Yes.
You gotta clear your ethers first. You gotta understand what you're doing, who your allegiance is to now. What God are you serving now? You're no longer a Christian slave at this point. Right. So the ethers are different. Once you proclaim your nationality,
the ethers are different.
They're different. And then once you go and change your name, right? Once the judge stamps it, because mind you, the judge is not going to stamp for just anybody. They don't. It's not like they're going to just allow a crazy person coming in. I want to change my name because I feel Satan said so, or something crazy like that, right? Or just, I mean, I'm just saying.
For real, what if it was,
or because on Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I just want to change my name.
I need that change.
Right? The judge is not going to stamp just anybody's name change. You have to understand that too. You know, so what we're doing. Go ahead.
When a judge stamp it, that's the judge putting his
career on the line.
You know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of your family living nicely. 100,000, 150,000.
They make a good living. You know, and they're agreeing with what you're saying. They're agreeing with, yeah, you are a descendant of those ancient Moabites.
They don't agree with us. They kill Black people in the street. George Floyd on HD. Why would they agree to a Negro?
Right.
Obviously, we not Negro.
Right, because they're agreeing with you. They're allowing you to say, yeah, okay, you're right. Here you go. And what I'm trying to say is those ethers that get on you at that point, they're different. Yes. You feel different. Right? When you wear your religion on your head, people are looking at you. They want to know why. They respect you off back. They know. Oh, they kind of wear their religion on their head.
Thing. That's the one with me. I'm the one with the thing to do with it. You're a celebrity.
Yeah, everybody, all eyes are on you. Yeah. You know, this is why it's important to be comfortable wearing your headdress. I know when I first became
You're gonna be like Michael Jackson.
Right. I wasn't as comfortable. I wouldn't wear it all the time.
Everybody's looking at you.
Your family looking at you.
What is going on?
Okay. But, you know, in actuality, this is us telling the world when we step outside, like, okay, you want to bother me? Just be ready for them ethers to come back and kind of get you.
If
you want to lie on me? Oh, okay. Be ready. You know, and so it's just a different ether, a different protection, as you know, as you will.
Right. And with that becomes, with that power, because it's very powerful to have people change their mindset when they see you. When people see you, their minds change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They can't approach you with the same energy that they thought they were going to. Ooh. You know, it flips on them. When people see you, they want to know. You become a scholar to everyone else with this headdress. But with that being said, with this power becomes great responsibility on you.
Yes, so absolutely.
Therefore, we have to give you the book of life. I believe this is the book of life. This is
for us
the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And here in Temple 43, we believe this is vital for everyone to have. Just to carry it on you. I like to have this book with me. I'm going to keep it 100 because for me, I feel like the words put a certain ether out of protection for me.
And it's imperative that you know what's in this book. Like just because you proclaim your nationality and you wear your headdress, right? That does not mean that you're a real Moorish American. Like, okay, you put on a costume, but do you know these secret lessons? Do you know that this is the heaven that you're creating? A lot of Moorish Americans are living in their own hell. And it's like, oh, obviously they don't read the Quran because Allah has put the secret lessons in this book to allow you to have your heaven. How are you not living in heaven? What is wrong with you? How are you upset? How are you mad? How are you lying? Oh, you're not in your Quran. We know. We know. When we see people, even our own brothers and sisters who claim they're Moorish Americans, when they get to acting a little weird and different and doing stuff, we like, they're not in their Quran. Obviously, they just playing the role, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We're here to teach you. We're here to give you these secret lessons so that you can create your own heaven.
Right.
So you don't have to be jealous of anybody else. So you can have the confidence you need to create your heaven and stop living in the hell that they created for you. Stop.
Get out. And this is the book of life. This gives you all the answers. You become a priest. This is the priestly book. You can answer anybody's question. Just hold on. You said the what? Your baby ain't. Hold on. Give me the ones. Get the flipping on them. Get the. All right. According to Allah, it says, "Wherein art thou most weak, and that wherein thou seemest most strong." So you always can peep a weak person by how strong they appear to be. If you're going a little too hard, you're weak.
Right.
I'm sorry. That was just opening the book. He hit me with some game. But again, this is the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm sorry, mine is a little covered up. But this is our guide. This is the book. This is the reason why the judge is agreeing to change your name, because you're telling the judge that you have this as an understanding. This is your way of life. Right? Moorish Americans practice what's called Islamism. And Islamism is the magic and the brilliance behind the prophet is saying Islamism is our way of life. Everything that we do is religious. So you can't govern me at this point. Every walk, every sip of water, every kiss is religious. So please sit down, police officer. I'm driving religiously. I'm traveling religiously. Please, I'm honoring my God Allah as I am breathing. Please don't disrupt what I'm doing. You're disrupting my prayer. That's against the Constitution.
Islam. I love that.
Hey, please, you're disrupting my concentration with Allah. The way my red blood cells move through my veins, it's a religious process. This is Islamism.
This is why it's so important to change your name, to put them on notice. This is why I'm a Bay or an L. What you mean? Look at my name. You didn't know, but my name says it. So don't, please.
My name is a religious experience. Okay, but with that power again becomes the responsibility of knowing this book here, the book of life, right? So let's go into it now. Let's dive into it and let's understand some things. Let's talk about, okay, as a Moorish American, you know not only your power, but now you know the power of everyone else. Can we talk about that? Let's do it. Human equality. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so we're going to turn to chapter 5, 6, 7, 8. Chapter 8 in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Right? To us, this is the book of life. This is the book that has all the answers. So what we're going to talk about today is, again, the subject is, what does it mean to be a Moorish American? What is a Moorish American? Well, Moorish American, let's talk about it. This is chapter 8. Jesus reveals to the people of their sinful ways. Hold on, y'all sinning. Sinning means ignorant. I am your brother. You're ignorant ways. You just don't know. So we're not saying you're going to hell because no, the people just they don't know. So I'm here to tell them. Okay. In all the cities of Orissa, Jesus taught. At Katak by the riverside, he taught, and thousands of the people followed him. So we got Jesus in the city, and he's teaching by this riverside, and Jesus had thousands of people following him. Okay, this is before Instagram. This is before YouTube. This is before TikTok, cell phone. Okay, Jesus had thousands on his, They followed him. One day, a car of Juggernaut was hauled along by scores of frenzied men. And Jesus said, so it was a car of Juggernaut was hauled along by scores of frenzied men. People were praising this Juggernaut is a god in India. And as Jesus was teaching, he saw this car being pulled with this guy, and people were going crazy around this thing. And Jesus said, behold, a form without the spirit passes by, a body with no soul, a temple with no altar fires.
You cold? You put your jacket on?
This car of Krishna is an empty thing, for Krishna is not there. This car is but an idol of a people drunk on wine of carnal things. When you see people worshiping things, when you see people going crazy, they're just idols of people drunk on wine of carnal things. 6, Allah lives not in the noise of tongue. There is no way to him from any idol shrine. Allah lives not in your praise the Lord. Hallelujah. That is not where Allah lives. There is no way to him through any statue, no idol shrine, no statue of this, statue of that, picture of this, picture of that. This is not how you get to Allah. I'm sorry, that's not it. Here we go. You can see me as I read. That is not the way to Allah through being loud or having a symbol or a picture to pray to. That is not the way to Allah. I'm sorry. Hold on, but Jesus is still going. What he said? He says, Allah's meeting place with man is in the heart. Allah's meeting place with man is in the heart. And in a still small voice, he speaks. And he who hears is still. So the people who are yelling and screaming and going crazy over this idol, Allah is not there. Allah speaks to man through man in a still small voice. A small voice. And all who hear Allah is still. If you're jumping and screaming and kicking and got the you're not talking to Allah. Because he who hears Allah is still. The game of a Moorish American is amazing. We understand the truth here. We can see the ones who are pretending to be filled with the presence of Allah and the ones who are really filled with that. We can see the difference because we understand he who speaks with Allah is still. And all the people said, teach us to know the Holy One who speaks within the heart. Allah of the still small voice. So when Jesus told these people this, they was like, oh my God, Jesus, that was brilliant. Can you please teach us how to get to this Allah who speaks within? We don't even know we didn't even know that there was an Allah who speaks within. We thought we had to go talk to the statues and to the pictures and to the out here. We thought we had to jump to the thing that's following the thing. This is how we thought we had to get to Allah. You're telling us that Allah speaks within the heart? Jesus, though, could you tell us, teach us to know the Holy One who speaks within the heart, please? Okay, and Jesus said, the holy breath cannot be seen with mortal eyes, nor can men see the spirit of the Holy One. So with these eyes, with mortal eyes, you're not going to get to Allah. You're not going to see no Allah. What? The holy breath cannot be seen with mortal eyes, nor can men see the spirit of the Holy One. But, and this is why, before I go, this is why Moorish Americans are so holy. We're so powerful. We're so amazing. We're one with Allah. Why? Because we understand this. But in their image, man was made. And he who looks into the face of man looks at the image of Allah who speaks within. We're walking angels because any human being that we see an image of Allah. No matter if it's no matter if it's the president, no matter we're all on the same level because we all understand Allah dwells within all of us. We're all important. But in their image, man was made. Man is made in the image of the Holy One. So I must be humble. I must be nice to these haters because Allah dwells within. I must be nice to my neighbor now. I'm a Moorish American. I'm under different laws. I'm under the laws of the universe. And that says, I have to be nice to my haters because Allah dwells within. And maybe I'm a Moorish American. I must follow these laws. I know now. I know the truth. He said, he who looks into the face of man, any man, a hater, a friend, a brother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle, looks at the image of Allah who speaks within. 11. And when man honors man, he honors Allah. So if I need a blessing, all I have to do is honor man. Why? Because when I honor man, I honor Allah. This is the law of existence. These are the ways that Moorish Americans move so that we're always blessed. We don't have no problems. We don't have no worries. Why? I honor man. Because when man honors man, he honors Allah. I'm an angel now. Now I'm an angel. Because I can see the angel in all man. And at all times, I'm honoring man, so I'm always honoring Allah. You see how easy it is for us. You see, when we teach our children this, they become young angels. They become unstoppable. No one can touch them because they're always honoring Allah at all times. Why? Because they understand. And when man honors man, he honors Allah. And what man does for man, he does for Allah. So if I need a blessing, I know what I need to do. Moorish Americans become psychics also when we read and follow the laws of Allah and what the Prophet brought to us. Why? Because we can look at someone's condition and understand how much of man they're honoring. Are you scared? Are you worried? Are you not blessed? You having problems? Life sucks. You must not be honoring man. See, a lot of us go straight to Allah and say, Allah, help me. But Allah says, hold on. Are you helping me? Are you helping me? But see, these are secret lessons that the Prophet gave to Moorish Americans. And we understand what man does for man, he does to Allah. So I know how to reach Allah at any time. Let me go holler at my haters. Let me go send them some roses or something. Let me go honor the ones who dishonor me. Why? I know what man does for man, he does for Allah. Let me go honor those children. Let me go honor whoever. When man looks in the face of man, he looks at the image of Allah who dwells within. And what man does for man, he does for Allah. Allah, the Father of the universe. 12. And you must bear in mind that when man harms, hold on. When man harms in thought or word or deed, threefold, another man, he does a wrong to Allah. So therefore, when we approach the person who's going through it, we tell them, you need to clear them thoughts. You need to clear them deeds because it appears your condition is reflecting some dishonors you have brought to man in the form of a thought or word or a deed. You must have forgotten that Allah dwells within man. And you must be harming man because your ethers are off, your conditions are in a dire situation. But to clear that, when man honors man, he honors Allah. What man does for man, he does for Allah. And we must bear in mind, when man harms man in word, thought, or deed, he does a wrong to Allah. We must be careful of our thoughts then, of our words, and of our deeds. Hold on, where am I? 13, if you would serve Allah who speaks within the heart, just serve your near of kin. Them cousins, them brothers, them uncles, them sisters, them aunties, the mamas, them daddies. You're near of kin, them children too. Don't leave your children out. Them children are important. Don't let them go. Those are your blessings. Excuse my Quran. You're near of kin. And those who are no kin. And those who are no kin. The stranger at your gates. You must serve. You must serve, provide, take measures with due foresight. You must serve your near of kin and those who are no kin, the stranger at your gates, the foe who seeks to do you harm. Bless you, foe who seeks to do me harm. Why? Because you now have become my blessing. I am a walking angel. I know how to take my foes and turn them into blessings. How? I'm going to serve you. I'm going to treat you right. I'm going to treat you well. Because I know when man honors man, he honors Allah. So I'm going to take my foe and do some good deeds to that foe. And send some good thoughts to that foe. And send some honors to that foe. So now I'm serving Allah. And the foe is upset because the foe is like, you've quadrupled in your blessings and I've gotten worse. And they wonder why. And it's, you got to clear them thoughts. You can't be my foe. Foe. You got to stop being my foe because you're going to lose.
Every time.
Every time. We're walking angels now. We have the book of life. There's no more losses here when we understand how things work. 14, it says, assist the poor. And we about to do something. Assist the poor and help the weak. Help the weak. That don't mean give them money. Give them a good thought. Huh? You can honor them with your thoughts. People always want to throw their bread, but we can serve them with I'm gonna send you a blessing today. Have a good day. Or a deed, or assist the poor and help the weak. Do harm to none. I can't even kill the spider because Allah dwells within there.
There's life in there.
It's life in there. I didn't create that life. Allah created that life. The ants, the bees. Do harm to none. Do harm to no life. And you're serving Allah. Allah, I love you so much. I'm going to let this spider live. I'm going to take him outside though, because he
can't live in here.
You know, but I appreciate you so much. I'm going to let this insect live. Do harm to none and covet what is not yours. Don't be a hater. Don't be jealous because they got that. Don't even trip because you blessed by Allah. You will have all the diamonds. If you need it, don't be mad because they got the diamonds or the new whip or the new house or the new that or the new this or the da-da and the da-da-da-da and the la-da-la-la. Because if you play the game of life right, you'll have them too. Plentyfold. Allah is infinite.
Yes, he is.
Look. When you do all of this, then with your tongue, the Holy One will speak. And he will smile behind your tears, will light your countenance with joy, and fill your hearts with peace. 16. And then the people said, to whom shall we bring gifts, Jesus? We got all these gifts. We got to bring them to somebody. Where shall we offer sacrifice? I got to kill these lambs. Where the altar at? I got to kill these goats, these things. Where can we bring the gifts to Allah? Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
We want to give some gifts to Allah because He the Holy One. Maybe we can buy Him by paying up our stuff. Maybe we can buy Allah, Jesus. Maybe we can give Him gifts of sacrifice. Maybe we could give Him gifts. And Jesus said, our Father. Okay, He said, our Father. So Jesus is your brother. He's not some mythical figure floating in the. He says, our Father, like a regular person.
Mhm.
Our Father, Allah, asks not for needless waste of plant, of grain of dove of lamb. You know, the people that kill the doves and the lambs for blessings from the. He
Yeah.
said, Allah don't need that. That which you burn on any shrine, you throw away.
Mm.
No blessing can attend the one who takes food from hungry mouths to be destroyed by fire.
Mm.
You're sacrificing all these things that could be given to hungry people.
Mhm.
Allah don't need that. You know what Allah needs? Oh, you need a blessing from Allah? You need a blessing from Allah. All right. Well, angels know how to get the blessing at any time. Watch, 19. When you would offer sacrifice up unto Allah, just take your gift of grain or meat and lay it on the table of the poor. If you want to make some sacrifices of meat and grain, you want to burn something up,
Give some gifts.
you want to give some gifts to Allah. What did he say? He said, lay it on the table of the poor. 20. From it an incense will arise to heaven, which will return to you with blessedness.
Mm.
Now you're blessed. God. Tear down your idols. They can hear you not. You know them artists that they worship and them cars and that money and them shrines. Turn all your sacrificial altars into fuel for the flames. Make human hearts your altars.
Mm.
And burn your sacrifices with the fire of love.
Mm.
Make human hearts your altars. 23. And all the people were entranced and would have had Jesus as a God. But Jesus said, Jesus gave some game so cold. They said, Jesus, we want to worship you now. You so cold. This information you gave us was so amazing. We want to worship you. I've witnessed this. People will begin to worship the leader
Mhm.
as if the leader has spiritual powers.
Mm.
Some people would think the leader even.
It's the God.
24, look at Jesus. He said, I am your brother, man. Just come to show the way to Allah. You should not worship man. Praise Allah, the Holy One.
Only but one holy one.
Some people be praising Jesus like
Mhm.
he's Allah.
Christian says only through him you shall be saved.
Oh my God. They didn't know that Allah dwells in the hearts of people. So that concludes the reading of our Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We talked about how, Jesus gave us an understanding as angels, as Moorish Americans. This is again why when we proclaim our nationality and we go to court and change our name and do all these things, we are putting it on record who we are as Moorish Americans. They're agreeing, and now it becomes imperative for us to understand the laws of behavior, the laws of how we treat others. It's going to seem weak at times. People are going to be like, you're so passive and you're not aggressive enough and you're not mean enough and yeah. But it's like, It's only because it's only because of my nationality. It's only because I'm a Moorish American and I'm a descendant of an ancient Moabite, or I'm a descendant of a Moroccan born in America. You know, the Moabites were um, they inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Africa's Mexico. That makes me indigenous to this land here. I'm an ancient being. Therefore, I'm governed by the laws of the universe, the laws of Allah, the Father. That means I have to treat people a certain way. I have to move a certain way, or the ethers of Allah are going to come against me. 12-fold, 100-fold. So, you know, if we don't follow these laws, the consequences are vicious beyond, what we're used to. Right? So it's important for us to understand, hey man, wherever you go, whoever you talk to, Allah dwells within that person. Therefore, you have to be humble and treat them accordingly. They can be crazy out their mind, but Allah still dwells within these people. And if we want to honor Allah and we want to get blessings from Allah and we want to change the ethers around us, just serve your near of kin. The foe who seeks to do you harm even. Because guess what? Allah dwells within that foe. And that foe couldn't do you harm because you're catching blessings from Allah for helping your foe. You're getting blessed from Allah for bringing blessings to people. Why? It's simple. Allah dwells within man. When man honors man, he honors Allah. These are angel lessons. So now we have to control our thinking. We can't think crazy about nobody anymore because it's going to hurt our children. It's going to hurt our posterity. Our babies is going to get sick. This is what we experience. If we don't behave, some trauma is coming to one of our most loved ones. We got to control our thinking. We got to control our deeds. We got to control our words. Because now we have an understanding. Now we've put it on record in law that we are descendants of the Moroccans. And we have these understandings that Allah dwells within man. And when man honors man, he honors Allah. We don't have to go to the priest. We can talk to Allah ourselves by going into meditation. Allah speaks to man in a still small voice. And at any moment, we could go talk to Allah right now. Why I need to go pray at the church when I could just go, into meditation and dwell with Allah anywhere, at any time? The prophet came, took Allah's hand and our hand and put it together. There you go. There you go. Allah's right there. Go talk to him. What is the problem? If people see you shining and blessed, they say, what's going on, Jesus? We're suffering right now. Why? Your thoughts are wrong. Have you gone over your deeds this week? How much honor did you bring to Allah?
The words. Were they the truth? When you spoke those words, were they the truth? He said thought, but word and deed.
This is what happens to you when you join 43. I thought this is Subordinate Temple 43. We are the only temple in the country connected to the Prophet's temple. We did that correctly by law. Now, beware, kind of study your information because we don't want to put these problems on your life. You didn't just join a regular old temple. You joined something that's really into these ethers, though. Don't think this is a joke. It sounds like it, but when you begin to really understand, it sounds like we're just changing our name. But what we're doing is we're putting it on record that we're going to kind of behave this way. We're going to kind of, on the side of my wife's a nurse and I'm a teacher, and I love being a teacher. I think it's one of the most honorable positions. Oh, it doesn't make you rich or whatever, but man, oh man, let me tell y'all, as a teacher, I get to dwell with Allah all day long. So Moorish American with the understanding of what I'm dealing with, I get to wake up and go dwell with Allah all day, the young Allah.
Mm-hmm.
I get to go honor Allah, for a few hours. I get to teach Allah the wonders of Allah, and not only these students, but there's special ed on top of that, severe, huh? So you got to kind of be gangster with it. You got to kind of know how to deal with saliva and poop and strange smells and COVID-19 because they don't like to keep their mask on. I'm dealing with students that are, severely disabled.
Mhm.
But with that being said, I'm excited because I get to honor. I get to help the weak. I get to serve.
Yes. Yep.
And it's a win-win, but a lot of teachers don't see that. A lot of teachers think, I'm in control, do what I say, be quiet, shut up, sit down, da, 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 da. They argue with the students, and it's not really about that. It's about when man honors man, you have to reveal to them the beauty of who they are.
Mhm.
As Moorish Americans, we raise people up. We reveal how beautiful they are, how wonderful. You're wonderful because Allah says so. So let me open your milk for you. It's cool. Let me wipe your lip up. You're drooling a little bit, Guadalupe. Hey, come on. I got you. But a lot of my people, I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Sometimes they don't want to change the children. It's like,
Oof, you losing out on your blessing.
losing out on your blessing for that day. It is not about the money. Teaching is not about the money. They can't pay you in us. It's about the etheric blessedness that comes to you and your family.
Mhm.
So you can't see Allah, but you can see the blessings that He brings to your family
Yes, Islam.
through your service and your honor of who? The foes who seek to do you harm,
Mhm.
the strangers at your gates,
The poor,
the
the
poor,
weak.
the weak. Hey, even the strong, help them too.
Yeah.
How can you help a strong person? Tell them how wonderful they are. Reveal to them how Allah loves them. Reveal to them the wonders of serving others. That's going to help them too.
Wow.
These are the lessons you get by joining Temple 43. And we love you all. Welcome. This is why Allah blessed us as one of the only temples to do it, because look, we feed our people the real from the historical perspective, and then we hit you with the real from a behavioral perspective. We want you to behave a certain way so that you can bring blessings to all of us. We're all family. So the way you behave affects us. The way we behave affects you.
Mhm.
And I want you to see how people are like, wow, you don't act like those Black people.
Mhm.
They want to be around you now. They want to know you.
They're more comfortable.
They're more comfortable,
open.
more open. They feel safe.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you want to add to that?
Oh yeah. So, like my husband said, he's a special ed teacher, right?
Mhm.
And I'm a nurse. And
Yes.
so we deal with a lot of people that need help. And so just for example, right? When I got pregnant with JL, they tried to tell us that JL was gonna have Down syndrome.
Oof.
And we were kind of like, whoa, we was taken back. We was like, really? Well, okay, my husband's a special ed teacher. I deal with disabled people. It's okay. If
Yes.
Allah puts this on us, okay.
Yes.
Because the doctor was asking, did I want to terminate? And I said, absolutely not. If Allah is giving me this blessing, that's the blessing I'm gonna take.
Mhm.
But in my heart and my bones, I knew my baby ain't got no Down syndrome. And my husband said, he was like, yeah, they lying,
They
babe. We can't
lying.
believe this. We got to change the ethers up. We can't believe
Ooh,
this.
yes.
I think we cried one time the whole 9 months. I did. I cried
Man, they
one
tryna
time with my husband. We
implant
both
a thought in
cried,
our
and we was
head.
kind of like, dang, okay, this gonna be a hassle, but we're good. We both deal with special needs. And so I remember they kept taking me to what was it? A specialist.
Yes.
And they were putting needles in my belly and drawing fluids and doing all these things to me. And every time I went, it was something different. It was, okay, Down syndrome the first time, one artery in her umbilical cord the second time, a deletion in her gene the third time. And at a point, we was just like, this is a lie, because there's no way this many things is wrong with our child, right? And so we was just like, whatever, they're just trying to charge our insurance. We don't believe a word they're saying. And we stopped even going to the specialist. We were just like, no, we don't even believe it. They even asked us for our blood to test us to see who has the gene where all this stuff is coming from.
Right.
And it came back, neither one of you guys. So, they were just like, it's very rare, blase, blase. And we was just like, okay, whatever. We stopped going to the doctor. And, we was just like, we'll just, all right, whatever comes, come. JL has no issues at all whatsoever. She's not, you can see she's not Down syndrome at all. And so I feel like those was our ethers, right? We was changing the ethers on these people. And maybe they were trying to get us to terminate our baby because, our people do this all the time. But they didn't know who they were messing with. We're messing with angels here. You're not about to put that curse on me. I don't care who you are. Okay, doctor. I don't believe you though. Because in my bones, in my heart, I know for a fact my baby ain't got no Down syndrome. Hold on, we got 4 other children and they're absolutely fine. What y'all talking about? But that's what their test came back and said. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with JL. Like, she was born perfectly fine, no problems at all. And so this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When you do good unto man, you're doing good unto Allah. So those blessings from us dealing with people with special needs and, us being the professions that we chose, right? Sometimes we don't get paid enough for what we're doing, but it's not about the money. It has never been about the money for us. It has always been about the blessings. Okay. My husband teaches special ed kids. Like he said, sometimes his own assistants that get paid to feed children and change diapers don't want to. They'll leave them like that.
They'll leave. It's disgusting. And I'm a male. I can't change the females.
Girls, right.
And it's like, oh my God, they don't see the bigger picture here. They feel like, I don't get paid enough. But in reality, you do, because you're dealing with Allah here, who is infinite.
Exactly.
Who is the father of the universe.
So we're not talking about the monetary blessings. Like, even with the people that I deal with, sometimes the family members, their own family members, their own mothers and fathers sometimes don't want to deal with the child or don't want to change it. They'll leave a child with this dirty diaper until I get there, until I'm there to change it, because I'm getting paid for it. And it's fine. I'll do it. No problem. Oh, yep. This is my job. I'm going to wipe your baby. I'm going to clean him up. I'm going to give him a bath. I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do. Because if I was in this state, I would want a blessed angel to take care of me too. Right. And these are the blessings we ain't worried about, but then obviously they come out later on, like with our daughter. Down syndrome. And we were okay with it. All right, well, if this is what Allah's blessing us with, we're taking it with open arms. No, I'm not going to terminate. Give me that baby, because Allah chose me to be that mother.
Right.
So I'm going to have this baby. I'm not terminating nothing. And you see, our baby came out, no problems, no Down syndrome. The little girl, too cold. She's so smart.
Too cold.
She's too much. And it's just, those type of blessings, that we're blessed with. This is what we're talking about.
And people really appreciate an angel that comes by and really understands their value. Like, I have a child that's, she's disabled in the fact that she can't move. She's paralyzed. She can only move her mouth. And, when you feed her, she drools a little bit. It's kind of like, but as I'm feeding her, I'm understanding the loss that I have. And I'm like, wow, I'm really dealing with Allah here. And when I'm feeding her, you can feel the appreciation. It's like the little girl saying, thank you, Allah, for sending the angel to finally take me out of my misery. Think about it. She's mentally capable of knowing how often she's being mistreated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How often people don't understand her value, or just like, I don't want to do this or like that. But the fact that they finally have somebody who exists on this planet that can say, I see your value and I'm going to treat you accordingly like a queen.
Mm-hmm.
How amazing is that?
Yes.
You know?
And some people don't understand that some people are disabled in their body, but in their mind, they understand everything.
Everything.
Like one of my last clients, I had him over 11 years. And I was his private nurse.
Yes.
So I understood everything. I understood when he wanted his diaper changed. I understood when he was hungry. I understood everything. And his mom even will be like, how you understand him? And I'm like, how you don't? I don't get it. But I was never disrespectful to her. But in my head, I'm like, how she don't understand him? Like, he might be disabled, but that mind worked. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. They talk about these kids, you know, they say things like they understand what you're saying. They can feel your ethers, because when you lose one sense, your other senses are heightened. And a lot of people don't understand that. And it's like, Allah dwells in them. Allah still brought that life here. That life form, that's Allah. So even though you think that they're slow or they're disabled or whatever you think, it's not right to mistreat them at all, because you are going to get your stuff handed to you. You feel me? His mother was going through like a divorce or whatever, right? My last client. And she used to follow me on social media. And she used to say, oh my God, I love your relationship and you're my inspiration. I want to find a man like you and all this other stuff. And I would tell myself, well, all you gotta do is kind of bless your baby, treat him right. God might send you somebody. You feel me? I felt like, well, I got my blessing through, you know, being a blessing to others.
That's how I feel too.
But you can't just tell people this. People,
you
people got to understand this within themselves, right? And so I feel like I'm a blessing and I'm an example to other people, and other people don't know how to accept it, right? Like us, we're Moorish American, right? Sometimes we wear turbans. Some people don't want to accept it. Even our own kin, they be looking like, why you wear that on your head? Why you don't wear your hair down? Why you wearing this? Kind of like, oh, that's that jealousy. I told my husband, oh, that's that jealousy hopping out on them.
Yes.
It's just hopping out. They don't even mean it. It's just hopping out. They really like how I wrap my hair, you know, and they're trying to combat it. They're trying to act like they don't like it, but they do. They're just mad they can't do it. That's what it is, you know, and they're questioning me because they can't do what we're doing. Right. They can't wear their religion on their head. They're not bold enough.
They gotta wear the Europeans'
religion. Hair. And the Europeans here. Oh, let's not get on that.
I mean, why not? I mean, we're the most powerful thing moving. I was talking to a woman at work, and she was saying, why do you work with the European so much? You're supposed to be against the European. Pretty much. She was saying, you're supposed to be kind of on our side. Right. And I was kind of like, well, I don't see a problem with working with the European. We're all on the same level. You have to, as a national and as a, you know, a Moorish American, you become part of the human family, right? And as being part of the human family, you become aware that it becomes imperative to work with other nationalities. Like, I don't see them as white people. I see them as, you know, what nationality they're part of. And then I began to ask her, I said, well, I noticed that a lot of our people have this European Jesus on their wall, right? At the churches, some of the churches have this European guy up there, and, you know, some of the other, and it becomes, it's like they worship this image of something that's never going to be them. Like, it's impossible for them to be that. And I asked her, you know, some of our sisters wear the Europeans' hairstyle or the Europeans' hair. They don't wear their own. And I begin to say, I think that sparks from this image of the European that we have. We kind of worship it. And I told her, you know, I feel like we should have the ability to wear our own hair, right? She said, well, she's under a Negro mindset. She said, well, we have to wear our hair a certain way or we won't get hired. We will not get a job if we come and wear our hair the natural way. They're not going to hire us. And I said, see, and that's the problem. The problem becomes we're not confident in our ability to make a living wearing our own natural hair. And it's not just the problem of the sister, it's also the problem of the brother who isn't encouraging the sister to understand, darling sister, we love your roots. We love you for you. We love you for what comes out of you naturally, right? And unfortunately, a lot of our sisters believe that they have to put their hair a certain way to get the job or to get, you know, the position. And we as Moorish Americans have to show our people that, you know, we don't have to do that. We can become the leaders of the organization. We can become the leaders of the CEOs of the company, so that whoever we hire, there's not a limit on how you look or the way you wear. And also, I see a lot of religions don't wear their religion to work, for example. I'm probably the only brother there that has, you know, his spiritual religion on his head. Everybody else is kind of just, oh, we can't do that. They might wear the cross, but where's your representation of the religion that you're in as far as your headdress? A lot of the Jews do it, Sephardic Jews that wear their religious headdress, but I noticed that a lot of our people don't. And it's like, why not? We rather wear the image of the European than the image of our ancient forefathers in our head. And it's kind of like, it's only because we don't understand who we are. We don't understand our value. We haven't gone to meditate and found the Allah within us that says, sister, actually, you're going to find your husband when you begin to let the light shine on your hair. There's a man out there that likes your hair, the way it comes out of you, the way Allah designed it. How about that? The way Allah designed your hair is the way your husband wants to see your hair. The way Allah designed your hair is the way your wife would like to see your hair. You know, you're beautiful no matter how you look. You know, it's just, this is what these angel lessons teach us. They make us that more powerful. You begin to understand, hey, why do I dress this way? Or why do I wear this? Is it because I have to? Shoot, our religion says everything we do is religious. So the way I even wear my hair is religious. You know, the way I dress is religious. The way I represent myself is religious. So how can you tell me I can't get this? Is that religious discrimination? It becomes religious discrimination when you tell me I gotta wear my hair like the European. When you tell my woman that she has to wear her hair slicked back to get the position. Hold on. You didn't tell the Turk. You didn't tell the Belizean. You didn't tell the European. So why do we have to dress ourselves a certain way? You know, it's very, so that goes back to this lesson. When man honors man, he honors Allah. How are you honoring yourself when you're not even honoring your natural roots? How are you honoring Allah when you don't even want to wear your natural hair? You're telling Allah, there's a mistake going on up here. Gotta cover it up because the European said it needs to look like this and like this and like this. And Instagram said it needs to like this and this. And the homegirls at school said it needs to be like this. And if I come like this, but hold on, we're geniuses. We're first man. We can come up with any hairstyle at any moment. Why I gotta be that hairstyle? Why I gotta be long? Why I gotta be this? Why can't you do what comes natural for your hair? That's beautiful too. How about the way you wear your hair is religious? So go, sister. Go experiment. Go do how you feel. Go wear your hair how you see the freedom. Get off my back, European. It's how. Why your hair in an afro? Because Allah told me to wear it like this today. Because Allah says so. Is there a problem? Oh no, it's not an issue because religion. Okay, thank you. You're not gonna bring. Okay, you're not gonna bring it up. because we are the first religious creed on the earth. So when it comes to religion, come on, we're Moorish Americans. We do this. What time is it? It's 12:06. Okay, I gotta slow it down. I'm going to open it up for any questions, any comments, any additions they want to add. What we went over today was what it means to be Moorish American. We started with why are we Moorish Americans? Because we are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Off bat, we're descendants of Moroccans. Our spirit, my spirit, is a descendant of a Moroccan. That's my spirit man. My spirit man comes from Allah, my soul, descendant of Moroccan, and my body, I'm born in America. What America? North and South, America. I didn't say the United States of America. I said born in America. And we went over what America was. Let me share my screen one more time. Just to reiterate, we did. Okay. And born in America. This is born in America. Born in America. All of this is America. See, we have Dominican Americans, Ecuador Americans, El Salvadoran Americans, French Americans, French Ghanaian Americans, Greenland Americans, and we have Moorish Americans. We are descendants of Moroccans and born in America. Moroccan means Moabite. So in reality, we are descendants of Moabites and born in America. Okay. Then we went over Ruth. We have an understanding that Ruth is the Moabitess. Not only was she a Moabitess, but she was the princess of the Moabites. Why? Because her father was the king of the Moabites. So not only was Ruth just a Moabitess, but she was the Moabitess princess. Okay, she was the Moabitess. So please do some research on Ruth. And then we also went over yes, I already talked about Moabite. Moroccan means Moabite. So we are descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa and Mexico. I just showed you what America is all of that, right? Talked about Ruth, and then we went into, that was the history lesson. Then we went into our behavior, and we read from chapter 8, and chapter 8 gave us some angel lessons on behavior, how to maneuver the ethers a certain way to get guaranteed benefits from Allah. And the way we treat people is the way we get blessed from Allah. Why? Because Allah dwells within man. This is how we get Allah's blessing, not from sacrifice on altars, not from praying to statues, not from splurging and having a new whip and buying a new house. This is not how we get Allah's blessing. We get Allah's blessing from helping our enemies and helping the weak and assisting the poor, right? This is how we get our guaranteed blessings. We're Moorish Americans, we're angels, we get guaranteed blessings, okay? So again, the floor is open for any questions, any comments. If there aren't any more, I'm going to ask my wife. I think she went off with the baby. I'm going to see if she has anything else to say anymore. And if not, we'll go ahead and shut it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a few
She have a
things.
few more things to say, and then we'll go ahead and close out.
I just wanted to bring something up in regards to Halloween and the children.
Oh yeah.
So I like to go through the chat really, to just make you guys understand we are on here. I know we're busy, but we do like to go through the chat just, to acknowledge you guys. So a lot of people are saying Islam, greeting.
Yes.
Islam, my mighty Moorish nation, blessed to be the presence of Allah, chosen children, Islam.
Yes.
Our son loves Gracie's Corner. Oh, we do. JL loves Gracie's Corner.
Yes, and again, it's like one of the only channels that's for us, for our people. This is beautiful.
Someone says that makes sense. The border crossings, they're getting millions. Yes, let's talk about that. I woke up this morning and I seen that. In Texas, there are caravans of people coming in and coming in, coming in. Like we said last week, this is chosen land
They're getting
here.
millions.
Yes, millions. So Texas had to deploy their National Guard to help
Oh yeah, you
the
did
border
tell me.
crossings and things like that, because there's so many people coming here, right, into North America, this part of the United States, because we're on chosen land here. And so a lot of people
Yes.
want to be here. We talked about that last week.
Mhm.
Someone said Ruth is Jesus' great grandmother. The truth is stranger than
Dang.
fiction.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Entering subordinate temple number 43, one exits their history and enters into our Moorish history. My story, Islam.
Ah.
This is
Yes.
my second meeting. Demonstrate more, my first attendance. Adrian here. This is my first meeting.
All right. Welcome. Welcome.
Islam to
Welcome.
each and every one of you.
So you see what we
Um,
do. We give you, a basic understanding of what you're joining, why you're here, the benefits that you get from the class. We just try to get a basic understanding. That's our point. Just a basic understanding of what you are. You are a descendant of a Moroccan and born in America, and no one can change that. Even before the name changed, that's who you are by nature.
Yes.
Please understand that it is not because you got your name changed and because you proclaim that you become this. This is you by birthright, just
Yes.
because. You don't have to get any documents. You're still a descendant of a Moroccan and born in America. Who's going to tell you otherwise?
Islam.
It's just that with this identification, things become a little easier as far as travel. But shoot, man, you're a Moorish American by nature. Okay?
Birthright.
That birthright. So this is why this Quran becomes very important for you to know how to manipulate the ethers and treat everybody nicely, right?
Islam.
That's all we do. Not to get rich or, overthrow the government or do some secret this. And I really can't stand when people are trying to do slick things and we got our own this and we can get this. And it's just like, man, but how do you treat your enemies though? Can we talk about that?
That's what was today's lesson.
Can you treat your haters with grace and honor? Or do you hate back? Do you shoot back? Blah, blah.
Islam.
Do you give love without expecting love in return? Could you give your enemy $100 and not expect them to pay you that back?
Islam. Also, before I get into this, we're going to be partnering with my nonprofit. My husband's going to be representing the temple, and one other sister of ours who owns her own clothing. We're going to be going downtown here in Los Angeles on Skid Row on November 21st, and we're going to be feeding the homeless. This will be our about third time doing it.
Yeah.
And this is what we mean by taking our blessings, our grains and things like that, and feeding the homeless, feeding the weak, feeding the poor. That's what we're going to do this because for Thanksgiving a lot of people come together and they go to their loved ones and they eat and they have a big feast. And there's people that are downtown on Skid Row, either they're ashamed of the addiction that they have, or they have a mental disability, or they're just on hard times. And they're down there, suffering. And so we do it as a family. All my children are there. It's hard. It's hard for my children to see their reality, but I make them go. They're more comfortable now. When they were really little, they used to be really scared to even get out the car because that's how bad it is down there. But they would be like, "Mommy, how do they know you?" Because some of them know me and things like that. I'm just like, "Baby, I just been doing this for a while." Some of them I grew up with, some of them grew up with my family. So, and they just happen to be down here. And so anyways, we're going to be feeding the homeless this Thanksgiving week. So we just want to share that with you guys. I think somebody said something in the chat. How do we find the YouTube teaching site? We have not. Well, for this class in particular, we haven't uploaded our YouTubes, but for our main class, right, with the Grand Gov, there is a YouTube channel, but do you know it by this? No. If anyone knows it, can you type it in the chat for us? We'll greatly appreciate that.
Cool.
Oh, MURC
Yeah, there you go.
.bay.
And
And that's the Grand Gov, and he does upload.
and the Grand Gov, you guys, I want to put it out there.
So
You want to watch these videos and you want to get his literature, because again, this is some valuable information, and it's rare. It's historic, actually.
Actually, they're asking for, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Gracie's Corner. Yeah. So they're asking about the Moorish children. So yeah, it's Gracie's Corner.
Yes, Gracie's Corner.
Go ahead. What were you
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, his information is legendary. It's historic. So it'll be valuable to get all of the information and store it up somewhere, because this is going to be historic documentation later in life. Again, we're part of a temple that has never done what is done before. So any of the documents, the seals that we get, this is some rare stuff, y'all. This is historic. We talking Malcolm X, Martin Luther King type thing. We're doing something that has never been done in history. We're changing people from this false Black narrative to Moorish Americans. This is iconic. So it's a good thing we thought you were talking about those YouTube videos, because they're very important. They're legendary. We are before our time right now. We're slowly starting to build, but we're before our time. So you do want to take advantage of those videos and the literature. You're not going to find this information anywhere else. Gracie's Corner, again, fascinating, because it's our people, it's great music, and the kids love it, and they're learning some very important topics, especially like color and things like that. We talked about color, how important it is to teach your kids about colors, because I don't know, this mind control that we're talking to, again, I like to say PhD doctors, because I think these are the ones who have put a lot of thought into what they're doing. These people still believe in Black and white people. Okay, there are adults, they still believe that there's white people and there's Black people out here. So we want to teach our children the importance of knowing colors, right? Because that's going to help break the spell. How do we get a recording of your Sunday school sessions? We have them all recorded.
Yeah.
I just need to upload them to YouTube. I haven't done it. I'm being lazy. But if you request it, I'll just email it to you. Just put your email.
Yeah, just send us your email, and then we can send you our recordings. But we do need to upload them on our YouTube channel. And we will. We're just really busy.
Yes.
So just please bear with us.
We have all the recordings.
Really quick, I wanted to get into this.
What is Halloween? We went over with the kids. What is it, and what's the purpose of it?
This is not specifically what Halloween is, right? Okay. If you look up on Wikipedia tells you that it's a Christian holiday, and that what was it saying? It's a Christian holiday, and Christians
for the dead.
It's the Day of the Saints and stuff like that.
The dead saints of the church.
Right, but what I'm gonna get into is it's a little darker. It's a little. But it involves us, okay? So for the children, forgive me, I'm gonna say some things that might make you a little uncomfortable, like what? But this is true. This has happened to our people, so just bear with me. The massive burning of Moorish literature and the murder of many Moorish women by decapitation. Decapitations mean they cut our heads off. Okay. Brought the Western Hemisphere to an extremely low state of humanity. The burning of the witches of Salem, commonly referred to in Union State history, was in reality the burning at the stake of many Moorish women called the witches of Salam. Salam or Salem, in English for Moorish Salam. Salam means peace. The purpose of the burning was to destroy historical evidence of the earth and planet, cosmology, culture of the Aboriginal and primitive Moors.
Dang.
So I read that, I said, wow.
That makes sense. Salam.
So right, Salem, Salam. So the witches of Salam. So I went to the internet and I Googled Salam, or the witches of Salam, right? Or Salem. And this was a town, right, in Massachusetts. It's called
Salem.
Salem Town,
Dang.
or province of Massachusetts
Want me to
Bay.
show the screen?
Yeah, you can.
What did
It
you,
was on Botanica,
what
and
did you
then
look up? Salem?
Salem. Yeah, witch trial victim, or Salem witch trials history summary location causes.
This?
It's on the Botanica, Britannica. Keep going, right there. Right, so I wanted to look deeper, like, whoa. I knew that they did view our people as witches, and I knew this. And they thought that we had like secret powers, and because we weren't Catholic or Christian at the time, they would call our people witches and they would burn us alive.
Mm.
And they would decapitate our women's heads. They'll cut our women's heads off to get rid of our history.
Mm.
Okay. They did this to our people, and they took them to court. A lot of the women had no attorneys and things like that. And so I wanted to know, well, where did this come from? Where did this, witch stuff come from? And I was reading last night, and I read that there was these people that had slaves from Barbados, and one was named Tabitha. Let me see if I can find it. Can they see this?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. It says in 1689, through the influence of Putnam's Samuel Paris, a merchant from Boston by the way of Barbados, became the pastor of the village Congregational Church. Paris, whose largely theological studies at Harvard College, now Harvard University, has been interrupted before he could graduate, was in the process of changing careers from business to the ministry. He brought to Salem Village his wife, their 3 children, a niece, and 2 slaves who were originally from Barbados, John Indian. These are the slaves they're talking about. John Indian, a man, and Tituba, a woman. Okay. And Tituba used to read to the children. Oh, let me keep going because this is good down here. A woman. There is uncertainty regarding the relationship between the slaves and their ethnic origins. Some scholars believe that they were of African heritage, while others think they may have been of Caribbean, Native American heritage.
Mm.
So I told my husband, obviously they were melanated,
Yeah.
because they don't know if they're African or if they're Native American, right? And so that goes to show you we're the same people, because obviously we're melanated beings, and they claim African comes from being melanated, and the Caribbean Native American heritage. They can't specify which is what. Right. Okay, so I thought that was good. So what's her name? Tituba.
Yes.
Tituba.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's read this. Probably stimulated by voodoo tales told to them by Tituba, Paris' daughter Betty, age 9, his niece Abigail Williams, age 11, and their friend Ann Putnam Jr., about age 12, began indulging in fortune telling. In January of 1692, Betty and Abigail increasingly strange behavior, described by at least one historian as juvenile delinquency, came to include fits. They screamed and made odd sounds, threw things, contorted their bodies, and complained of biting and pinching sensations. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back with the perspective provided by modern science, some scholars have speculated that the strange behavior may have resulted from combinations of asthma, encephalitis, Lyme disease, epilepsy, child abuse, delusional psychosis, or convulsive orgotism. The last, a disease caused by eating bread or cereal made of rye that had been infected with fungus ergot, which can elicit vomiting, choking, fits, hallucination, the sense of something crawling on one's skin. The hallucinogen of LSD is derivative of ergot.
Wow.
So, right, when people are on drugs, this drug, specifically LSD, they hallucinate, and they say that the hallucination comes as derivative of ergot, or ergot, however you say that, right?
Dang.
So scientists nowadays are saying those kids were not possessed, because what happened was they said that the children got possessed by Tabitha, or the slave, the woman slave that used to give them tales, and they said that she was a witch. And so the little girls started tripping, like they were having these these weird fits and things like that. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, the children that came in and you hurt yourself. Okay, you want to put some prophet oil on there? Okay, grab it. It's right there. I'm gonna rub it on your leg. So, right, so they said that the slave, basically she was a witch, and they blamed her for the children's the way they were acting. And now they're saying that really it wasn't the witch. I'm sorry, it wasn't the sister's fault that the children were acting like this. What happened was they were eating like the bread and the cereals that had like mold, and the mold, which was called ergot, kind of made these children act this way. But our women were hung, they were decapitated, and she wasn't the only one. Once they created this witch theory, right, they started pointing all type of other slave sisters out in Salem town, in Salem village or Salem town. And so they started pointing people out as being witches and things like that. And in reading this here, I read something that said that the history of Salem town had been like basically covered up through this new religion that came in, right? Because Salem town was like a rich town for our people. And also it says Massachusetts Bay, anything with the last name Bay or the first name L, that's our stuff, right? So we're Bay, right? Us as Muslims. So San Francisco Bay, oh, that's our people. That means we were there. Massachusetts Bay, that's our stuff. That means our people was there. Guantanamo Bay, that's our people. That means our people existed there. So here in Salem town, right, or Massachusetts Bay or Salem Bay, I think they call it Salem Bay as well. That's just proof that we were there, that our people were there, right?
Yes.
So I just wanted to bring this out because this is kind of like where the whole witch tales come from, right? Where witches existed and things like that. It was really our people that they just blamed to be witches.
Isn't that crazy?
Right. And they were supposedly Satan followers. And this was how they got rid of our history, because they caught our people's witches. Our women.
Wow.
And they decapitated our women's heads, and they hung so many people, and they burned them. How about they burned them in the open?
Yes.
So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit history about where the witches come from. I know it's Halloween, so they talk about this. So I just wanted to bring that up to you guys, that, you know, the whole witch thing, the whole Halloween thing, they kind of was burning our people, and that's where it comes from. Not Halloween itself, but just the witches and things like that, right? A lot of people don't understand that the European changed the narrative. Really, it was our people thriving. These were our towns, and their religion didn't agree with our religion, so they called our people slaves. And I just thought this was very, very interesting, because they don't talk about this. They don't teach our children, you know, the real history, the things that they did to our people to erase our history.
Right.
Right. But in the names, right, like Massachusetts Bay, like I said, oh, that's our people. That means our people existed there, because that name stems from us. Why do you think we're bays? Right. Like other towns, El Centro. L is a L. That's our town.
Yes.
You know, in Cuba, Guantanamo Bay. Right? That's our stuff. That means our people existed there. So there's someone, you hear Bay, right? They even switched the spelling to Bay, A-Y, like to try to confuse you. But no, they really just changing stuff to confuse you. But that means our presence was there in these different towns.
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to give that out. I know it's a little eerie for the younger children, you know, to learn about our women being hung and burned, and they called us witches at the time, and they believed that we had supernatural powers. We wore crystals and things like that, and they kind of turned that into being like demonic and having special powers and stuff like that.
That's what's going on today. They're lying on our people. They're black. This is why we gotta lock them up or kill them on HDTV. iPhone 5, iPhone 9, iPhone 10. You know, it's the same thing. It's like it gives them a reason or an excuse to attack us and take us out and burn us at the stake and slow us down. But once we know who we are, they have no more excuses. But would anybody like to comment on that? Have anything else to say? If
Yeah,
not,
'cause
we're
we,
gonna go ahead and shut
Yeah,
down.
it's 12:31.
Thank you for being
I
with
did
us.
see a hand raised. I'm sorry we didn't get to you earlier, but if you still have that thought on your mind, you can go ahead and unmute and talk to us if you like. I don't remember specifically who had their hand raised. Okay.
Okay, so again, we want to inspire you.
Oh, go.
Yes.
Islam, we didn't get to hear you.
Oh no, I did not say that.
Okay.
All right, well, Islam, if there's no more questions or comments, we're gonna go ahead and pray out. Hopefully we'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you for being with us. So we're gonna do 2 fingers up on the right, 5 on the left. And the significance of praying out is just to close the meeting and send us on our merry ways, okay? Allah, bind our hearts and minds back to our ancient fathers' divine creative principles. This we ask in thy holy name, the 7 Elohim. Amen.
Islam, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Have a safe rest of your day. For the children, enjoy.
We will see you all in our Sunday meeting coming up in a few hours.
Thank you.
Our Sunday meeting. You're very welcome.
So much gratitude.
Thank you very much.
For our email.
Oh yeah. We're gonna put our email in the chat.
Sorry.
So we can send you the video.
Oh Lord, Amia. Oh my goodness. You want to show the class?
We put our email in the chat for everyone.
You guys, our daughter has been, she's always doing something new. And this is what she was doing. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. She created fake skin out of dough and and who knows what else. And I mean, I think it's creative, I guess. It's a little scary. But we're allowing her to, work on her creative side. And she made this with dough and
with flour and water.
Flour and water and Vaseline.
Yeah.
And she bought fake blood.
Great creativity.
It's creative.
Yeah, today is the Dawn of the Dead. So we celebrate the dead. And in many countries and cultures, they celebrate the death, not the life, the birth.
Yes.
And the prophet did say death is no enemy to man. So when I was dead for 22 minutes, when I was hit by a drunk driver when I was 21, one thing I realized is that in the spiritual realm, that's where we are telepathic. That's where we are operating without language, without speaking, but you can see everything, be everywhere, and everything is everything all at once. Like there's no time, there's no language, everything is telepathic. You really can read people's minds, and you're in a whole different realm when you are not in the physical realm. You know what I mean? When you're dead. So it's a celebration. It's so much that I understand about death that I don't even look at death the same since I was 21 years old. I just look at it so differently that, because you have to experience it to even know it. And it's sad to say that, but it's sad, but it's good, like you don't want to die today, you know what I mean? But if it ever was to happen and you come back to experience, and it's like you are a testimony to someone who looks at it as, oh my God, it's the worst thing, but it actually is the best thing. That's where I always tell people, when you lose your loved one, they actually can help you more in the spiritual than they can in the physical. Tap more into them, then celebrate them, light a white candle and celebrate them, because that's what we do. We celebrate.
Yes.
Islam, Sister Chung.
Oh, that's Sister Chung. We saw your interview
with
on,
Dr. G.
Oh, you
such a
did.
good
Yes.
job. Thank you. You put us
Yes.
on.
Yes.
You did such a good job.
Yes.
You have a great
Islam, sister.
understanding.
Islam. Thank you, y'all.
Man, you put Timber 43 on the map. You told him, we did it right the first time. We the ones. That's it. We did it.
Yes.
Your
We're so
interview
proud
was
of you,
great. We
sis.
were
Thank you
so
so
proud.
much.
Islam.
Thank you.
We the
You
best,
so
y'all. We the
much.
best.
We are.
We the real elite. You know what I'm
And
saying?
yes, and you have a great
Islam.
understanding, and you're a great spokesperson for us, man. It was thousands of people that saw that
Watch
video.
that. Yeah.
Thousands.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Islam,
So
sis.
thank you. You did such a
Islamism.
good job. Keep it up.
Yes.
Please
Islam.
keep that fire going, because you got all the fire, you got all the knowledge and the information, and you just
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So we
Now, y'all
support
be
you.
teaching me now too. It's a
Right,
group
we
thing. We
support
teach
you.
each other. I be learning from y'all. That's why I tune in. 'Cause I'm like,
Yes,
hey,
we watched
y'all
you.
teach
We
me,
watched
put
the
me
whole
on.
interview.
Yes. We was stuck.
Man, if you want to come on through and get to talking too,
Yes,
we need
sis.
your information as well.
Islam. Someone
Thank you.
asked
Hey,
sis, if you could upload the YouTube link for that, can you link the interview on the sister?
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
just come on. Let me go get it. I'll get it.
Islam, sis. Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Oh, she did that, y'all.
peace.
Did.
That's
Peace.
the way I found out about 43 is I watched Chong's interview
Oh,
on
yeah. Oh, man.
Dr. G. And so Chong sent me a calling card. So that's why I'm here today. So peace, Chong.
Oh,
Thank you.
Islam.
Much
Yeah.
gratitude. Thank you for being
Man,
here,
the
sis.
sister. Yes.
Islam.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Islam, that
Thank
is so
you.
beautiful.
Islam. That is.
Okay, I'm sending the link right now. Here you guys go. Right now, I'm putting it in. So you
Okay.
can have it.
Yes.
Dr. G referred me.
Oh,
Yes.
those are some powerful people.
There you go.
They have a huge following, and
Yes.
man, then they have Taj Tariq Bey.
Yes.
He's like,
He's
whew,
like the best. One
he's
of
the
the
best.
best.
He's one of the best.
Yes,
scholars we
yes,
have.
absolutely.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh,
absolutely.
he's man. So y'all call y'all. We just trying
We're
our
proud.
best.
We're
We're so
proud.
proud. Thank you so much. But if that, Islam,
Islam, sis.
Say thank you for the lessons and
yeah.
they're beautiful. And I want to give special love out to Sister Chong, because if it wasn't for Destiny bringing me through her, I wouldn't even know about you guys.
Wow.
Oh,
You know,
love
seriously.
you.
Wow.
And I love her, and she's funny. I'm trying to get her to do comedy. I joke with her. It's a joke. That if she don't do it, I'm gonna punch her in the face.
Oh no, that's sweet. Yes, that's sweet.
Yes, this is
Just made my 56th birthday earlier this month, and I
Oh,
take
congratulations.
and I just want to let everybody know that, you know, it's not too late, even if you're elderly like me, you know, because if your mind is working and is open,
Ooh, right.
you know, I've
Right.
been doing those stuff since I saw white Jesus in church many years ago when I was 9. And I saw all these older people over there. I was about 9. And I'm like, something ain't right, because it was a big church at the time, about 300 people or so. And I couldn't figure out why all these brown people in here worshiping these white people. They look like
Right.
Smurfs. And they
Right.
look like, and I just couldn't understand it. Then I saw the Muslim brothers when I was about 14 to 15. They had a sign, what would it do to a white child to see a black image all their life? And I didn't know what that meant. You know, then I went on to graduating from high school and went on to college and started taking Black history classes. Now, fast forward all these years later,
Yeah.
here I am on the path to being a full domicile Moor. And I tell you, I'm that dance like they did in that movie. I think it was a Stephen Biko movie where the guy was dancing.
I don't know. But you're not
Yeah.
on your way. You are a full blown Moor. That's by nature. You know, it's just you getting your paperwork right now.
Yes, I feel it's meant to be, and I'm very excited. I even feel a sense of pride. You know, it took me not too long to wear the turban, you know, because I had to
I wear that thing.
brain. But now I wear it pretty much almost 100% of the time, except for when I'm doing my band gigs.
That's a big step. That's a big step. You know, to incorporate it every day. That's.
Last closing I did is I do a street show because I was getting depressed not doing my shows and stuff. And I'm
yeah.
Shows and I'm also a stand-up comedian, so I'm just really burnt out. Like, where am I going to go to put all this energy? You know, so I had to, and I heard a voice tell me you can still sing. And I was like, okay. So when I bought a speaker and a microphone, and the people see me with my turban on, they don't know what to do, but they smiling. And
Let me
they
give you
just
honors.
can't get over what I'm doing, you know. So I want to thank you guys
Oh yeah.
for taking the time to do all this and everything.
Thank you for
And
having the confidence to get out there with that turban on. That's
Yeah,
hard to do.
Islam.
yeah, like I said, I'm wearing it every day except for when I
Islam.
do my shows. That's it, you know. So I style it the best I can, you know. And people are coming up. I even met some people from Morocco, and they wanted to know
Wow.
was I from Morocco.
Ah, they want
So
to
that
honor you.
made my day. I'm like, I'm looking like a Moroccan, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
Born in
original.
America.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm gonna let y'all go because
Okay.
being 66, we will talk too much and you'll never close out. Okay?
Right, right. Okay, well, that's it. We're gonna let everybody go. Hopefully, you all got our emails, and we will see you next Sunday. Be great, be angels. Go
yes.
bless somebody, give some positive
Islam.
thoughts, positive energy, do some good deeds for man, and watch, the doors of Allah open for you. Islam, Islam. We love you all. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
All right,
Peace and
Islam.
love.
Peace and love.